Welcome to Larry's Library. This time I am reviewing the Jason Aaron Ghost Rider Omnibus. This one is sort of a small omnibus. I'm not sure I'd call it a mini bus, but it is on the smaller side. This one, let's see my notes here. This one has an MSRP of $100, but as always, don't be a chump. Don't pay that. Go to in-stock trades or a vendor like that and get it there. IST has it now for $62 as of the time of this shooting. So, like I said, this one is on the smaller side. It's 536 pages. Now, it's actually a really handy size, and it makes it easier to handle, easier to read, easier to carry. But, I could have seen, I sort of like them 800 pages for an omnibus, especially at an omnibus price point. And 100 plus MSRP is certainly an omnibus price point to me. But nevertheless, this had excellent build quality. It was a joy to read, and I'm sure I'm not going to have any problem scanning it either. I haven't done the scans yet for this video, but believe me, they're coming, and they're going to be beautiful. As I said in the title, this is Ghost Rider by Jason Aaron. So, Jason Aaron, fan favorite writer, wrote every issue in this collection. Now, the art is by three powerhouse artists. I liked all three of them, to varying degrees, but they all were good choices for Ghost Rider, so I have no complaints with the art. And the art is by, 10 of the issues are by Roland Boschi. 9 issues are by an artist I have a real hard time trying to pronounce his last name. I even went on YouTube, and I found a couple of interviews with him, and I found one where someone says his name, but they say it so fast and with such a heavy accent that I'm still not sure how it's pronounced. But I'll put it on the screen when I run the art, so he'll get his credit. But it's Tan Eng Huat, I think might be the pronunciation. I'll just call him Tan, as I mention him throughout this review. But as I said, as I do, if you've watched any of my previous videos, I put the full credits up on the screen as I run the scans. So, and Tan did 9 issues. And then Tony Moore comes in and does 3 issues. And Tony Moore on Ghost Rider, gotta tell you, it's a treat. Really good stuff. I really enjoyed that. This one collects all of the Ghost Rider stuff written by Jason Aaron, as you would imagine with that title. So this collects the Ghost Rider series that ran from 2006 to 2009, but only the second half, which was scripted by Jason Aaron. So we're getting issues 20 through 35, plus the follow-up mini that concludes the story arc Jason started, the mini called Ghost Riders, plural, Riders, Heaven's on Fire. And that, I believe, was a 6-issue mini, and it ran from 2009 to 2010. And that's in here. And it's in sequential order, so that's the last part of the book. So you do get a nice, and I mean nice, complete story. But at the same time, I question the entire concept of named creator-centric omnibuses like this, because in a way it's a disservice, because I own all the issues of this series as single issues. And I thought they were all pretty damn good. Great art throughout the entire run, both the second half and the first half. Now, I guess that's where this problem begins, because the first half is scripted by Daniel Way. Now, he's not what you call a fan favorite writer. I like his stuff. He's not my favorite writer, but I thought he did fine. And I had a really good time with the first half of this series. As it came out, I was still buying single issues as they came out new back then. And, I really liked it. Now, do I think the second half with Jason Aaron is better than the first half, writing-wise? Probably so. I think that's fair to say that. But I kind of wonder if this wouldn't have been better as one massive hardcover, one massive omnibus. I mean, it maybe would have went 900 pages, so it'd been a little bit fat, but not too bad. I mean, I've got some 1,500 page omnibuses, and to me that's way too thick. But 800 to 900 pages, that would have been fine, and then you could have got this entire run of the series. Now, at the beginning, when you start reading this, there is a little fill-in page explaining to you the big reveal from Daniel Way's run, which was that the Ghost Riders, both Danny Ketch and Johnny Blaze, are not actually demons. And that Ghost Rider spirit is not actually a demon. It's actually from the other end. It's from heaven. It's sparked by a little piece of God, a little bit of the God power. So that is a huge reveal that happens before this run begins. But then Jason Aaron takes that revelation and amplifies it and fills in all the details, and you learn all about the Archangel Zadkiel that was supposed to be the overseer of the spirits of vengeance. And it's also revealed in here, and this should be the last spoiler I give away, I promise, that there are multiple Ghost Riders, and there always has been. Not just Danny Ketch, not just Johnny Blaze, and both of those guys are in all of these issues. So if you're a Danny Ketch fan, you'll be happy, and if you're a Johnny Blaze fan, you'll also be happy because they're both in here. But at any rate, we find out that there are spirits of vengeance, and there has been throughout history, forever, essentially. There have been Ghost Riders, or spirits of vengeance. And we do get to see a lot of the other cultures, other countries, other areas of the planet. We get to see their representatives of the spirits of vengeance. And, some, of course, they don't all ride motorcycles. Some are riding various kinds of animals and other vehicles, and it's wild. And it's fun to see those. And I think that's in the tan artwork. You see a lot of those, and I'll show a scan for sure at some point in this video. So you get to see some of that. By the way, if there's any Tan Eng Huat fans that are watching this, if you can try to write it phonetically or in some way, let me know how that's pronounced exactly. Put that down in the comments. I would love to know, because I'm pretty sure I'm not getting it exactly right. And I do enjoy the person's art, so I would like to know how to pronounce his name correctly. A lot of really fun, awesome plot points are running through this Jason Aaron run. You're introduced to the Nuns of the Sepulchre, I think is what they're called. I can't remember. I should have wrote that in my notes, but I didn't. But they're basically gun nuns. They're a sect of nuns that all have they all use all kinds of automatic weapons and other things, and they are all part of this war between heaven and hell, or really rather not between heaven and hell so much, but between different factions of heaven. The angels that sided with Zadkiel versus the ones that did not. And it gets bloody. And of course, demons get involved too. They're wanting to take advantage of the situation. So if you like this kind of supernatural war type stuff, you're going to love this run. And I surely did. Now, the Roland Boschi art at times is a little bit sketchy and loose, quite a bit of the time actually. But somehow it still works, and I still enjoyed it a lot. Now, I like the pages he did that are more detailed. Those are my favorite, but I thought it was a good fit for Ghost Rider, for sure. Of course, my favorite was the Tony Moore stuff, but he only did 3 issues. But, you can't have everything. But this was a really good read and a really fun time. And I did read the book again to do this review. Now, I had read it previously in singles. I still have all those singles. I think I showed that in the B-roll, or I will at some point in the video. But yeah, I did reread it because I had some requests for me to do a review and an overview of this omnibus. So I figured, you know what, I'm going to read it again because I don't remember everything that happened. It was a while back when this came out. But yeah, it was a really fun time. I enjoyed it a lot. I still question whether it should have been in this format or if it should have been in a larger Omni that just collected the entire run, because you are missing out on a lot of fun stuff from that first arc, from the first 19 issues, I should say, written by Daniel Way. Some fantastic art in there by Javier Salatares. Not sure how you pronounce that one either. I should have looked that up, but that wasn't the focus of the video, so I didn't. And of course, Mark Teixeira, he's throughout it too, and love that guy. Fantastic stuff. So I don't know if that was ever collected in an Omni or an oversized. I'm guessing it probably was. I don't have it, but I do have the singles. But like I said, I have mixed feelings about Marvel doing these creator-centric books that leave out big chunks of an otherwise good run. So, I would have liked to have seen this more as a Ghost Rider volume whatever Omni, and just go ahead and get all of them in here, all 35 issues, plus the mini, plus I think there were 1 or 2 annuals that Jason Aaron did not write, and those are good too. And of course, they're not in here. So here we go again. So yeah, mixed feelings about that. So I think this overall is an 8 out of 10 for me. I did love it. I had a lot of fun with it, but a lot of the fun and part of my review here is based on knowing everything that happened in the first 20. So even though I did reread this now, I can't completely lose the memory of the whole run that I've already read and enjoyed. So, so take that, put that in mind when you see my score. But I'm going to give this an 8 out of 10. I know, I give a lot of things 8 out of 10. It's just a nice place to rest some of these books that are not perfect, but really, really enjoyable nonetheless. And I did love this one, and I hope you loved taking a look at this great art as much as I did putting it up here. Because, yeah, I do recommend it with some caveats that it would be better if we had the first part of the run as well. But if you're a Jason Aaron fanatic, then, you may be fine with not having all of it. I don't know. And if you're a Ghost Rider fan, you're going to want it anyway, even if you own the singles like I do, because you're going to want that awesome, gorgeous art oversized. That's the draw for me. I don't know if I mentioned before, but you do get a nice ending. You get a nice, conclusive ending. Everything is sewn up pretty good that Jason Aaron started here. So I guess he did what he set out to do with this run before he went on to other things, bigger and greater things, presumably. I've read some of it. His Conan run was fantastic, for example. Anyway, that's all I got now. If you like this, give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'm going to catch you next time.